Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sweet Star Candle YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be making some Christmas jelly wax melts. So as you guys can probably tell, I'm in a different location because I am moving, but I wanted to get you guys a really cute jelly wax melt tutorial so that way you guys can do some really great gift giving, or if you have a small wax melt business, these would be perfect for that. So for these wax melts, I kind of want to do a really cute Christmas design, and I'll have a link down below if I can find these exact wax melts or something similar on Amazon. But they're just really cute, different Christmas shapes, as you can see. So I'm going to decide really quick which ones I want to do for my wax melt, and I'll be right back. So while I decide on my wax melt shapes, you can basically do any kind of shapes you want, but this is just a really cute idea. So I'm just going to add a little bit of jelly wax to this, get it melted down so that way I can go ahead and start adding color and pour into my shapes. So I'm going to put this on the 400 setting and just go ahead and get that melted down. While that's melting, I'm going to go ahead and get my mold and just go ahead and put it on some paper towels so that way if I spill on the table it will be not as annoying to clean up. So my plan for this wax melt is to do color by color so that way I don't have to do any more batches. So my first color will be blue. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a blue snowflake and a blue stocking, and then I will add some yellow in that, so that will make green. So I'm going to make a green Christmas tree and a green wreath. And then for my final color, I'm going to add a drop of brown to that since it's already going to be a dark color. I'm going to make a gingerbread house and then also a gingerbread man. And these will be kind of spread throughout the wax melt, so like the green and then brown, and kind of separate them out so that way it's really colorful and really cute. And then the background will be white to kind of represent snow. And since I'm working with a small amount of wax, I don't need to add any fragrance oil. That will be added once I do my final base layer to kind of cover everything up. I'm also going to add optionally mica powder. So what this will do is cause a sparkle effect as the wax melt melts, and I get this from Nature's Garden. It just makes the wax look really pretty. So to my wax, I'm going to go ahead and add a slight trace of blue just to make it a little lighter. All of my really nasty candle dye. That is why I wear gloves. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this and use a Q-tip or a popsicle stick and just put a little bit on the end of this. Just like that, and just barely dab it. That way it's kind of diluting the color and making it not as strong. So now that that's pretty melted down, I'm going to go ahead and pour into my mold. While my wax is still pretty liquid, I'm going to go ahead and add some yellow. This is yellow liquid candle dye from Nature's Garden. And I'll have all the products linked down below. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the blue. That will make a really pretty green color. So now that this is all mixed in, I'm going to pour into my mold. And this time I'm going to pour into the Christmas tree up here. And then I'm also going to pour into the wreath at the bottom. And then one more time, while this is still liquid, I'm going to add a drop of brown. And that will mix just fine with our other colors. And now I'm going to pour one more time with the brown into my gingerbread house. And in my gingerbread man. I'm going to let my little embeds sit for a few hours, and I'll be right back. So I've let my wax sit for a few hours, and now I'm back to put them in my clamshell. This is a extra large clamshell from Aztec Candle Supply, and the surface area of each square is about 1 inch on both ways. So that way I can fit all of my little decorations into this specific clamshell. Since normal clamshells, they're kind of on the smaller end, so they might not fit. So here is the snowflake. And the way I'm going to place these, I'm not going to place them with the design side up. I'm going to place them with the end that was sticking towards the top. So this will go on the bottom. And stick this right in the middle left. But you can add your decorations any way that you want. This is just the way that I'm going to. So the same with the stocking. Instead of it being the decorated side, I'm going to flip it and it's going to be the side that was facing towards the top. I'm going to see if I can place these in here in a way that looks really cute, so I'll be right back. So with the wreath that I made, I'm going to be taking out the wax that's in the center, so that way it looks more like a circle. So I decided to do the sleigh instead of the gingerbread man because the design from this side, I don't think it looks enough like a gingerbread, but the sleigh I think will be really cute. So now that I've got all my embeds in there and I'm happy with them, I'm going to get started on my top layer. So for my top layer of wax, I'm going to need 153 grams of jelly wax. So now I've got my wax measured out. I'm going to add in some mica powder, and this time I'm going to use an entire 1/64 teaspoon of mica powder. And then I'm going to add this onto my electric hot plate. So while it's melting down, I'm going to measure out my fragrance oil. I also have these really cute fragrance oil glasses linked down below. They're really great because they are reusable. So for the jelly wax, I'm going to use 6%. So I need 9 grams fragrance oil. So now that my jelly wax is all melted, I'm going to let it cool down a little bit before I add in my fragrance oil, and I'll let you guys know what temperature that is. So my wax is about 240 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to add in my fragrance oil and get that all mixed in. So once you get your fragrance oil mixed in, you can take it off the heat, but continue to mix because we want some bubbles in our wax. This is going to allow the wax to look more like snow instead of clear wax. But if you want to keep it clear after you mix in the fragrance oil, just don't mix it as much. I'm going to let my wax cool down, so that way when I pour into my clamshell, it doesn't warp the plastic. So I'm going to let it cool to about 180, and then I will be right back. I'm going to let my jelly wax melt sit overnight, and I will show you guys how it looks tomorrow. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe. And I also want to just let you guys know there should be a Black Friday sale going on at sweetstarcandles.com if you want to support the channel and my small business. I have links to my shop at the top of the description, as well as all of the products I use in today's video. Thank you again everyone for watching, and I will see you guys next week.